world of handmade business can be tough when trying to monetize what you love. We've got truth bombs and motivation to help you find your way through. Passion to profit, let's start today, 'cause the world needs what you create. Tune in right now, it's your shot to learn how to be a handmade boss.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the How to Be a Handmade Boss podcast. So today it's going to be a little bit of a different format because today we're going to be chatting with students who are in the HBSA about the HBSA, and we're really going to be digging into whether or not they feel that the course has worked for them. I'm here with Jen.
Hi.
What impact has the Academy made on your business?
It's been huge, Steph. It's honestly been massive. I don't know if I would have gotten to the hard points and then continued, pushed past it without the HBSA, because it was always such a nice place, like I said, to come back to when I was finding things hard or I didn't know how to do certain things like SEO. I mean, I still don't think I've quite got there with that yet, but I'm getting there. So yeah, it's always just been a place to come back to, and I think without it and without the help and without the community, it would have been really hard on my own to try and figure this stuff out, because you don't know what you don't know basically. And it's such a hard thing, especially if you come in and you start your business maybe as a hobby and then you think, right, okay, I want to turn this into something real. If you don't come from a business background or you're not that way minded, it's hard to know all the things. Whereas the course just sets it out in such an easy, simple way for you to follow it through and just be like, oh, so that's what that means, or that's how I do that. It's just been such a great place and a great resource to help build my business. And I think that's the reason that I've managed to do it for 7 years and hopefully for a lifetime more.
I'm here with Fran. Hi, Fran.
Hi.
So what impact has, I would say, the HBSA and your current business? What impact has that had on your life?
So it's just brought me a lot of happiness, to be honest. It's really nice just to have that sort of joint something with someone, and to have the sort of the idea that actually now I've got something that's going to build in my future, and I'm going to have a business that's going to just run while I sleep, and I can just go off and do what I want when I want, and actually it'll still be there, it'll still be running. So yeah, it's just brought a really positive glow to my life actually. It's just, I mean, not it's a brand new business, so I'm not a millionaire yet, but it's the thought is there, and it's just really sort of positive thing.
What is your favourite part of the course? What's the thing that you get to? You've probably gone through it a couple of times now. What's your part where you get to and you're like, yes, I enjoy it?
It's probably the kind of the setting up of the shop and making it look all lovely, and how to design the band.
Boss, I'm so excited to let you know that the HBSA is finally open again for the final time in 2025. Imagine having 35 full A to Z business courses in one, covering everything from Etsy, your own website, in-person events, product creation, marketing, SEO, scaling, and so much more. Now, imagine pairing that with plug-and-play PDFs, real coaching calls with me that are live, and my team, and a community that's got your back every single step of the way. That is the Handmade Business Success Academy, or the HBSA for sure. It is the complete A to Z roadmap to take your handmade shop from scattered and inconsistent to predictable 4 to 5 figure months on Etsy and your own website, and with in-person events as well. And right now, when you join, you're also going to get thousands of pounds worth of bonus goodies, but the doors close at 8 p.m. UK time on the 23rd of October. So if you're ready to stop guessing and finally grow a handmade business you love, head to handmadebosses.com/HBSA list, LIST, and grab your spot before enrollment ends. Your dream business is waiting. Are you in?
And all that kind of like pretty stuff. I think, mainly that Etsy is like a long-term project. Like, I think sort of you hear a lot about Etsy, like, oh yeah, just open a shop, you'll make loads of money, and that'd be brilliant. But I think, actually the fact that you've got to persevere, you've got to get it set up right. And there aren't really any quick wins with it. You've got to keep going. So I think that's the one thing I would keep in my brain from there. Like there's a lot of layers to it, isn't there?
We are going to hear from Karen.
There's something about you that clicked. There's a lot of me in you, you know? I see a lot of similarity. I'm like, I like listening to her. She seems down to earth. It's helped me a lot with the marketing, on pinning down, like I had an idea who my target market was. But doing that research, and I mean, I spent 2 weeks on target market and dug in like 5 hours a day, really digging into it and doing the research and grinding through. I mean, there's 10 businesses you're looking at. You can't just give them a half an hour. You really need to dig and find out what you're seeing and what they're doing. And a lot of them aren't marketing at all. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they don't want to be a full-time business either. You don't know. That's one thing you don't know. But it has helped a lot on the marketing aspects of my business. It's where, you get okay, that helps. Yeah, I believe, like going through the academy has given me that work-life balance that I always try to work towards.
So now let's hear from HBSA student Pash.
I thought, oh, wow, this woman actually knows what she's talking about. And I got the book and I've started reading it. I'm not very far through because loads of other things have happened. But I started reading that. And then the post-a-thon came on and I thought, brilliant, I'm going to do that. And I'd been thinking about joining the HBSA, but at the time I was thinking, oh, crumbs, I guess I wasn't willing to invest in myself. And after doing the post-a-thon, I just thought, do you know what? I can do this. And I just made the leap and I thought, right, I'm going to join HBSA. Hand on heart, it's the best thing I've done this year.
Next up is Eric.
I think the biggest thing for us was it just helped us get set up properly right off the bat. Obviously, you can go in and change stuff afterwards, but I think if you can do it right from the beginning, it makes it a lot smoother. So that was a big thing. I had never had an Etsy shop before. I'd never had my own website before. I'd gone to business school. I'd learned about marketing and that sort of thing, but I hadn't really applied it in that way. So the HBSA was just a really nice kind of foundation to learn how to use Etsy, like what to do tag wise, a lot of the technical side of things. And then the group has been probably one of the most fun parts because being in business by yourself can definitely be hard at times. There's a lot of ups and downs, and it's nice to have that community where, I just put a post last week. We just hit 2,000 sales on our Etsy shop, and you get so many comments and everybody's supportive. Or if you have a question where you have something that you just can't quite figure out, you have, a couple thousand people to go and ask, does anybody have an idea on this? And you get a lot of good feedback. And then you also get to help other people who maybe you've learned from some mistakes that you've made, and you can give some advice on, oh, well, this is what we did and it didn't work. Maybe think about a different strategy. So it's just a really nice community that makes it a little bit easier to not just be stuck in business by yourself and going through that roller coaster. I think the course is really, really valuable, especially if you didn't go to business school or if you haven't had your own business before. There's so much good stuff in there that you would never even think of. So I would always suggest doing that at the start. But then once you've done the course, then it's, then the community side of things is what really becomes the value after that.
Okay, so next is Vicky.
It's given me focus, really. That's what it's really done. It's given me focus and direction, because I was throwing spaghetti at the wall, to steal a phrase. And it was just, not knowing what to do in what order, and sort of sitting down and doing the HBSA and working through that first module. It just kind of was like, oh, yes, I can do this. It's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be trying to do a million things at once. I'm only part way through the second module, the second part of it. But the difference to my shop is amazing. It's, like I say, gone from virtually no conversion rate at all to like a 5% conversion rate.
Next up is Tara.
Okay, so a year ago, I was posting something on Etsy, finding it wasn't selling in a week and taking the listing down and having some sort of panic attack. Now I'm selling in a few local shops, commission based, so it doesn't cost either of us any money until I make a sale, which I've started doing now. My Etsy shop, I'm putting it up there and just, regularly posting on Instagram and knowing that the views will get there once it kind of sorts itself out in the algorithm. I've got the weekends and evenings free to spend with my girls, because I'm not panicking about the next craft fair and that I need to have 20 products made just in case they all sell out. I've kind of like got a more family life balance back, I think. It's made me feel like I'm part of a family.
So Charlie is up next.
I think it's had quite a huge one, actually, I'd say. It's been so helpful. The biggest thing for me is that it's given me structure, because I can be quite scatterbrained. So it's really like given me like a vision and got a structure now that I didn't have before. So, I mean, it's amazing because I'm now full time, which is really cool. I would say when I first went full time, I was quite scared because I changed a lot of stuff and rebranded, and I was like, oh. And I think I didn't realise, but when you rebrand, there can be like a little bit of a dip, a bit of a business dip, because so much is changing. But it's got so much better now. It's doing so much better than it's ever done.
Laura is up next.
I think seeing when you did the kind of 30 minutes a day kind of, I found out that was a thing. I was like, you know what, that is manageable. I can do that, because up until that point, I was literally going, I'm going to do this. I need to do my photos. I need to do my social media. I need to do this. And it was just literally trying to do everything. I was running around like a headless chicken, trying to do everything all at once and not really achieving anything because I was trying to do too many things all at the same time. But just having it broken down into these little tiny chunks, I'm just like, okay, so my photos aren't being done at the moment, but I'm doing all the other things, and I know that the photos will get done, I think, in the next module, and they'll be done properly rather than being done in a rush. So just having it all laid out like that, it's calm, and I'm not running around like a headless chicken anymore. I feel like it's creating a really solid base for having a successful business.
So guys, I really, really hope that you've loved hearing from all of the HBSA students in today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you love this episode, make sure you hit the follow button so you never miss the next one. And also, why not come and hang out with me on Instagram? It's at Handmade Bosses for daily tips, behind the scenes. And also don't forget, you can catch the video version of this podcast over on YouTube too. Until next time, keep going towards your handmade business goals, boss, because the world really does need those special creations that only you can make.